Here we go, guys. Getting ready here. All right, let's get right into it. We're live. We're talking to you here from Alberta. We have the Marvel Avengers metal checklist that just got released. So finally, or already, we've got the list. I've been really interested to see this list because it's a monster of a set. Monster of a set. We are going to see a lot of characters. They told us that every character that has ever been in the Avengers is going to be in this set. So I've got the list. I'm going to go over it with you guys and chat about it. See if your guys' character is in there, if you guys are excited about it. I'm going to let some more people jump on here. What's up? We got Mike Vines in the chat. Mike, you've been in all the chats lately. I appreciate your perfect attendance record. We got Nightcrawler84 says, "Hey, Graydon, what's going on? Thanks so much for joining, guys. Appreciate it." In the chat, I've left a link for the Google Doc that I used to put this together. So if you follow that link, it should go to the PDF for where you can find it. Got more people jumping on. We got Snicked in the building. What's happening? So, I mean, this is a big set. This is a big deal. This, in a way, this is kind of like the last big set that we can expect from Upper Deck. In all likelihood, there's a really good chance that this is the last like monster one. And I'm not talking about like an annuals in their beginnings. I'm talking about like a Marvel metal product. Metal first came out in '95 for Marvel. That was the first year that we got to see cards like that for Marvel. Lots of great characters. The Flashers were a really cool insert. So this set is completely different. It's a monster. It's huge. We're going to see PMGs again. That's really the big story here for myself. That's what I'm going to get into today. I'm going to talk about the sketch list. I'm going to talk about the precious metal gems list. Obviously all the characters that are in the base. The way that metal is structured is 1 to 100 is the low series, and then 101 to 200 is the high series. So I know you guys have seen some of the art already. I'm going to bring some up anyways, but I'm pulling fire. What's going on? All you guys have just been jumping on the lives with me lately, and I really appreciate all you guys being here. Hey, we got Jeremiah. Jeremiah just celebrated a birthday. Opened up some XL really recommend you check out that channel. Make sure you're following Jeremiah. Super cool channel. We're talking about Marvel Avengers here. So let's pull up some of the artwork. So the blank, you're totally right. So Nightcrawler is saying that the sketch blanks look really good. The sketch blanks do look really, really good. I looked at the artist list before jumping on here. And there's some good ones. This is going to be a really cool set. This is, I'm looking forward to this one. Some funny things in it to talk about for sure. We're going to definitely go over some characters in here. Imagination Hobbies. Hello. Pulled my first sketch today. Oh my God. I'm so happy for it. I shockingly can't believe I'm going to say this. I have never pulled a sketch. I own sketches. I love sketches. Sketches are awesome. I have never actually pulled one, which is insane. So I'm super jealous that you have. That's really awesome. I've had numerous people pull them on my streams. I've seen lots of sketches pulled on my stream, but I haven't. That's 112 pages of checklist, bro. No pictures. I'm sure I can get through that. So just so you guys know, I'm not going through 112 pages. Like I don't even care about most of the inserts in here. I'm not going to go over. I'm going to go over the ones that I like and that have like come up in the past. That's why I left the link for the document so that you guys don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble on about it. I don't think anybody wants that. But here, I'm going to pull up some pictures here and let's talk about this. So I'm going to disappear for a minute. Here is some of the artwork. We've all seen this already. Like this was released long in the past, so you guys have all seen it. But it's still worth mentioning that there is some cool cards in here. So these palladiums are really, really good. They look so good in a binder. Purely periodicals are coming back. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope they look different than they're portrayed here. I don't like how those purely periodicals look, because when they were in X-Men Metal, they were so good. They looked really, really good. Was really happy with them. I have a couple of them. I like them. Here's the real story that I want to get into about what I'm excited in this set is the precious metal gems. Seeing PMGs come back, I haven't really gotten to participate in the set in a really long time that had PMGs, and I know that there's a lot of people in the hobby that love PMGs, like absolutely love them. I am one of those people. I think the PMGs are one of the coolest inserts around, especially for something that's not just like a one of one, like a sketch or a printing plate. I think the PMGs are they're very collectible. By the looks of it, with a lot of these PMGs, they look pretty cool. They look like they're going to be good. I have no idea how true to these images it's going to be, but they're super cool. So I'm looking forward to checking them out. So I'm going to bring it up here, and we're going to start going over this checklist. So first things first, here is the low tier base. I'm gonna read it off here. I'm gonna go through a couple of these characters. There's the Wasp. I'm not gonna even bother with the characters that I've never heard of. We got Luke Cage, Quicksilver, Ant-Man, Radioactive Man. Man, I can't talk about Radioactive Man without feeling like I'm watching The Simpsons or something. I'm going to leave the chat up here as well. The Platinum Portraits are fire as well. Such a great insert. Man, the Platinum Portraits are so good. They're really rare too. Like previously they were like one in multiple cases. So I'm interested to see what they're going to be. Can't wait till you pull back-to-back sketches now. Karma is coming your way, dude. Imagination Hobbies, you got me. And I really hope that holds true. So here's some more of these characters: Graviton, Captain Marvel. So there's comic cuts in this too from some of the Captain Marvel comics. What else do we have here? Winter Soldier, Iron Fist, Absorbing Man, Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight. All of the usual suspects: Red Skull, Stingray, Taskmaster, Kate Bishop, Tiger Shark, Human Torch. The list goes on. And there's Spider-Man, there's Daredevil, Spider-Woman. Lots and lots and lots of characters in here. Funny enough, a lot of X-Men aren't really in the carryover for Avengers. So there's no Sabretooth. So for me, I think I'm off the hook. I haven't seen Sabretooth on the list. Maybe I glanced over it too quick, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't see it in there, which is cool. That get a little bit of a break. Last thing I need is more Sabretooth PMGs floating around. What else do we have going on here? I hope you guys are getting to see this here and like checking through the list. I'm going to just keep changing it up a bit. Ends at 39, and we're on to, here we go. So Shang-Chi, Yellow Jacket, there's a lot of characters in here that are honestly, like, I don't really care about a lot of these characters. Of course, you have Wolverine and Spider-Man, and then as you get into the high series, there's some repeaters. There's definitely a lot of. So I just want to see something here. Are we actually? So I guess this is going to follow exactly suit like the other sets have, where the low series and the high series characters are all get one of each. So that's kind of cool. That's definitely kind of cool. I really like the setup for this. Yeah, so that's exactly how it's going to be. When you're putting together rainbows, this makes it pretty badass, actually, doing it this way, because you get to collect a few more cards than you would have before. I'm interested in seeing the artwork. It looks like a lot of the artwork we've seen before. Like, I mean, even that Namor there's a Namor in this that was used in other sets like recently. So I think there's going to be a lot of repeat stuff. So we got Jeremiah says, I'm looking for the symbiotes in the Deadpool. It's cool we're seeing Deadpool again. I think everybody's on the same page about it being cool that we're seeing Deadpool in these sets again. I'm going to just keep going through this. So I want to get to, so we can flip through this base list. Like, I know that you guys have this link in front of you. You can flip through and see if your character's on here. There's the FX Copper Parallel. I don't even really know what that is. I don't really care about all of these new inserts. There's a lot of inserts to be going through here, but I am excited about the comic cuts. I'm excited about the precious metal gems and the platinum portraits. Here, I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to jump down to precious metal gems. This is what I wanted to see here. So for the PMGs, I'm just going to move my thing down a bit. we're going to see the reds, the blues, the greens, and the purples again. And there's golds, the gold one of ones, which is really neat. I don't remember golds in the other ones. I don't think they had them. I could be wrong. If somebody wants to correct me on that, I'm willing to be corrected. What's the difference between high series and tier 4s and 5s? I don't know about the tier 4s and 5s, but I know that the high series is just the 101 to 200. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research in going through this whole list. I just wanted to jump on and kind of share the initial excitement with you guys that this thing is out. And with these precious metal gems here, there's some cool characters. I mean, there's some that I'm not crazy about, but I think that a lot of you, I know a bunch of you have these characters in your collection. If not, it's your soul collection. So I'm super excited for you guys to like get to play around with this. Jeremiah says it's crazy that I have never had my hands on a PMG ever. Well, you collect a pretty monster character, and it's, you know, those PMGs can get super pricey. Hence how cool of an insert they are. And hopefully with an absolute flood of PMGs in here, they will be a little bit more abundant. There'll be a little bit more for everybody to grab, might help the prices out a bit. Snick says, do you think they'll have PMGs in the blasters? I don't think so, because it says on here on the page that we can see that it will be randomly inserted into hobby and epack. So I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that this will not be found in the blaster boxes. But again, this is all these are all just assumptions. This is like a first look, guys. You know, and in true form, it will be surprising if this is even actually how the list stays. So frequently we have, you know, typically somewhat unreliable checklists. So this might be the case there, but this is just a first look. So as we go through the list here today, like these precious metal gems were done really poorly in X-Men Metal. And what I mean by that was that they were a terrible color. Like the reds were really, really pink. And for those of you that participated in those sets and have PMGs from it, like the colors aren't great. Like even the green's a little bit off. Like, you know, the blue looks good. Actually, the blue's probably the better one of it. These ones, if these PMGs stay true to the images that we've seen in the screenshots, well, I might as well just pull up again, then they're bangers. Like if the colors stay sharp like that, it would be really cool. Apocalypse is banned. Yep, that's true. Curious what the blasters will have exclusively over the hobby boxes. I should have checked that before I jumped on. I don't even know if that's been released. But that does seem to be the theme here nowadays, is where there is a blaster exclusive, like we saw in Platinum and like we saw in Fleer Ultra Wolverine. And it would make sense that they're going to do that. Yeah, Jeremiah. Apocalypse is banned. I don't really know how the licensing works for that. Like, I don't know why like characters are banned. But like, I think that that's probably going to come to an end when the license transfers. So that might be a great time to start picking up some of those cards. Like if you're deciding to collect a banned character, might be a good time to do that. Yellow Surge, Snick says. Yeah, there's the blue surges were really cool. The red supernovas in beginning, Nightcrawler, actually, I'm really glad you brought that up. The red supernovas in beginnings, probably my favorite parallel that was in there. They look so good. They look so good. It's the same pattern that's on the white rainbows, which were an e-pack achievement. They're like at a 25. They're cool. Yeah, dude, Apocalypse is super badass. Let's get back to this list. Sorry, guys, I got off course there. I'm pretty excited about all this. I'm definitely pumped that we have a world of PMGs again. You know, PMGs can be one of these inserts that people like kind of hate on a little bit, but I don't mind liking something that's super popular. Like PMGs are dope. Like the PMGs are really, really dope. Control F and search blaster. There's some exclusive just for. Greg, do you want to let us know what the parallel is that's going to be exclusive? And Greg, you're always commenting on my YouTube videos. I really appreciate you always being such a participant. You are awesome. Thanks for being on the channel. I've been having a lot of people reach out lately and are newer to the hobby, and it is so great to hear from all you guys and talk about how you're collecting and what's interesting to you guys. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page here. So it looks like, so the precious metal gems also follow the high and low series. If any of you guys remember, like it's nice having, so every one of your characters is basically going to have 2 PMGs for each color, which take it as it is. You know what I mean? If you're happy about that, great. If you're overwhelmed with that, relax. Everything's going to be okay. I promise. On page 5 of the checklist, FX copper parallel. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Greg. There's so many inserts in this one. This took like every insert that's been in the other metal products and combined them all, like, or like added them all to this. Like, there's no way I'm going to go through all of these. You guys don't need to sit here and watch me go through 112 pages. But I mean, there might be a lot of cards in these packs. Like, when you rip these open, if you're going for PMGs, that might be really, really hard to pull because of the amount of other parallels that are floating around in here. Like, you know, I'm really interested to see what comes out of a case. So on that note, I'm going to be doing a case break of this. I have a case coming, and then I have some individual boxes that I'm also going to be breaking, and I'm going to be breaking them for you guys. I have no character in this, so that kind of changes things for me. I'm definitely going to be doing a break with all of you guys, and looking forward to releasing a bit more information about that soon. I just got off of a crazy long day of work. I drove 1,400 kilometers today. I've been all over the place. It's been a day, but I'm super pumped that we get to do this. So Imagination, I just saw the final checklist of Fleer Ultra Wolverine just came out. So many. Amazing how many variations there are. Yeah, I mean, they're just, these sets are just so big. Honestly, they're so big. It's not worth concerning yourself with some of these inserts. Like, some of these inserts are stupid, but some of them are really, really cool. So you got to kind of pick through some of the junk to find the ones that work for you. For Ultra Wolverine, I have a binder going. I completed my base set, and I've put together a binder that I'm only going to collect like a handful of inserts. I really liked the pop cultures. Those were cool, and there's a few other ones in there. Imagination Hobby. I love when you guys agree. You know, I hope that you guys don't ever take my opinion for gospel, but you know, I'm not shy about sharing my opinion about stuff. Like, kind of brass tacks kind of guy. Just, it is what it is to me, and it's all good. It's all just a hobby. It's all hobby collecting, right? I just got my first box of 95mm. Jeremiah, you are a monster. That's amazing. That is not a cheap box of cards to get. I'm really happy that you got your hands on one of those, because that is not easy. Okay, I'm just going to go through this again here. So these are the reds. We've kind of gone over this part of the list. This is the high series stuff. Yeah, as I said, the link's there. You guys can go through and check it out. What I want to talk about next are the sketches. Just gonna find this sketch part. Oh yeah, this is worth mentioning. There's Intimidation Nation coming back in these, and Intimidation Nation, for those of you that don't know, was a 2013 Fleer retro insert that were really cool. I've never seen them again in any other set, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this is they're the only one they're in, so this is going to be the second time they appear. But there's some cool characters in here, like a Juggernaut for my boy Ryan, Man Thing for Matt. Who else we got in here? Dr. Octopus. What a great character for somebody to character collect. I bet you somebody is, and I just don't know them. But you know, that's a cool character. I thought Platinum was tough with so many colors. Yeah, like, you know, it's been talked about a lot that this is generally going to be how it goes. And you know, the sets are huge. They're absolutely gigantic, and that's why character collecting is as popular as it is. And that's just the nature of the hobby today. I mean, the hobby changes so much, like in such a quick way nowadays, especially in the last couple of years, that keeping up with it all can be a task. And I think everyone's doing a really good job of digesting it in a way that works for them, like collecting what they want. And there's so much that there seems to be something for everybody. It's really cool. I actually love that about the hobby right now. Okay, let's talk about some etch cards here. So right off the top of the list here, Chris Foreman. Chris Foreman is such a good artist. Is always in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Really, really like seeing them there. Eric Grove. I'm just going to read off a couple names here. This isn't like in like favoritism or anything like that, but here's a lot of the people that are on it. The list is in front of you. You guys can check it out. Very, very cool. I'm excited to see the sketches from this. I found, like, personally, in Fleer Ultra Wolverine, the sketches that came out, lots of them are really, really good. There are way too many Wolverine sketches. Like, I know it's Fleer Ultra Wolverine, but every character didn't have to be Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy. It's a little bit crazy, but there's some really, really good ones. I saw some cool Sabretooth ones. I saw some cool Jean Greys and some stuff get pulled. But I'm excited to see these etch cards come out of here and have a whole array of Avengers characters, because when you get like a buzzword like Avengers, it just encompasses so many characters. So you're going to see some sketches from some really good artists that were on that list there. And some of these are going to be absolutely fire. Here is the purely periodical list. Again, the link is in there if you want to flip through this on your own. You are more than welcome to. But the purely periodicals are like a take on the periodic table, where characters appear on there with an acronym or just a couple of letters, I should say. They're numbered. They're really, really cool. They change in rarity depending on what the character is on the card. And if you were to ever put an insert set together of just the purely periodicals, especially from X-Men Metal, that would be a really cool binder page. What else we got in here? We got a lot of characters that I've never really, like Living Laser. Like, what? How did that make the cut? And Wolverine at the end of the list there. Okay. There's this retro insert. The retros look kind of cool. They're a little bit similar to like the PMG style. I don't really know what's going on with that. The retros, I believe, are, where are they? Give me one sec, guys. I don't know. They're in here somewhere. But yeah, the checklist, it's out. This is going to kind of be the last monster Upper Deck set. I think I'm going to make the prediction that this is the last really, really big one. I don't know what else they have in the works. I'd be very impressed if they squeaked out a last minute masterpieces or something like that. You know, I'd be very, very impressed if they did that actually. But this could be a big one. So this is supposed to release on the 28th. So all Upper Deck products release on a Wednesday. The 28th of August is supposed to be the release date. If the checklist is out, it's a pretty good indication that that is going to hold true. And yeah, I'm just going to catch up with the chat here. Sorry, I kind of forgot about you guys. I got a Brood sketch, pretty random, but cool. Yeah, you know what? Pulling a rando character, like even buying like rando sketch cards too, are like, it's fun. If they're cheap and they're cool, like they fit in your collection. It's nice having some sketches if you're putting a binder set together. So like you get through your base stuff and then all of a sudden you have like a couple, like a page, like 9 sketches. It looks super cool. Send the link if you do, Jeremiah. Deep dive for characters. Deep dive of characters. Yeah, there is definitely a deep dive of characters. Like I don't recognize some of them. I mean, collecting obscure characters is awesome. Like stop collecting Wolverine, Venom, and Spider-Man and pick yourself a huge smaller character. I think the mechanical characters look best in metal, like Iron Man. Man, I couldn't agree with you more. This is such a great point. The metal characters on PMGs, Precious Metal Gems, look so good, man. They're absolutely right. And the Iron Man looks fire. I hope the art is the stuff we see. Like that could be like cut and paste stuff, and then it changes later. Like we're not going to know until we open, right? Great. Is that a bullet hole in the ceiling? No, it is not. But what I'm doing right now is I'm working. And I just went way down south in Alberta. So I drove like a long trip today with like a lot of semi trucks, like a huge convoy to get down here. And now I'm in hotel down south, and I'm working. That's why I'm exhausted. I had a very long day, but I really wanted to do this with you guys because when I'm working, I don't have time to do the morning show. And the morning show has been something I've been enjoying so much lately with you guys, and just starting the day out with having a chat with friends. And this is a later one for me, and I'll jump on late ones if I have to, if I'm not free in the morning, because I like doing streams. But answer your question, no, that is not a bullet hole. That is a sprinkler system for the fire system, Jeremiah. Yeah, I don't mean to, I'm not just kidding about the characters. Collect whoever you want, guys. Have all the fun you can. Jeremiah says, yes, stop collecting Venom opens my market. 100%. Leave more Venom cards for these guys. Love the hat though. Yeah, you know, I treated myself to a new hat a little while ago. I needed a new work hat, and Pulling Fire says that's the hotel peak hole. You know what? I'm on the 4th floor, and I've actually got a corner room. This is actually a pretty good, decent little room in a very tiny, very rough town. So it's kind of funny. I have a corner room with a view of an intersection, watching semi trucks go by. Imagination Hobby says late night show with Graydon. Yeah, man. I mean, I love spending time on the lives with you guys and getting to chat and just do it all and like talk about collecting, talk about what's going on. And so many people have been following along with the channel. And I want to say, like, everyone in here in the chat right now has been a usual suspect in these lives and on my Instagram and commenting on videos. I thank you so much, guys. Like the community is growing for the LPM channel. And it's just so cool to get to know you guys and be friends and hear about your day and like be in the loop. You know what I mean? Like so many of you guys I know, like I know your work schedules, you know what I mean? I know when it's your birthday, I know when you like are doing fun stuff. And that's because you guys follow along and you're paying attention. And you know, you guys send me cards you're collecting or that you pulled, and I love when you're excited about it. I love getting to share in the excitement with you guys about the cards, because that's what this is about. And Jeremiah, just tons of love out there. It's, you know, it's so fun getting to share when you're excited about something, and like having people. I think in our lives, a lot of you in person probably don't have a lot of friends you can like talk about Marvel cards with, and coming on these streams and being in the chat and being able to just have a fun chat about it is awesome. Speaking of which, Paul, did you just post a really cool Sabretooth hologram? I want to say it was number 11 of 25. I think you just did. That was a really cool card. I like that one a lot. Yeah, it's wicked. Like to be able to come here and like talk to your friends about these, to like hit up the DMs, to comment on them about that is awesome. And Paul, I knew you did. That was a really good post. That was a beauty card. I liked that you had it turning so that you could actually see like the hologram effect. That was really, really cool. I'd like, that was smart. That was a cool post. Yep. No friends and work sucks. Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you that don't know, I drill for oil, and I spend so much of my time on the road. And when I tell the boys at work about my collecting, they look at me like I am the biggest idiot in the world. And I get a kick out of that too. But it's nice to have you guys out there. I need you guys. You guys are great friends, and it's really fun to get to celebrate collecting with you guys at the same time. All my hobbies are so niche, so it's a collecting community build. Yeah, man, the niche hobbies, like you gotta love it. You gotta love it, and you gotta love sharing it with people who can really geek out on this, man. You know, nerding out about this stuff is so fun. Snick says, my wife gets sick of hearing me open Wolverine cards and comics after about 3 to 4 hours. I need a place to vent. Well, you are in a safe place to enjoy all the collecting you want here. It will never be too nerdy for me here on the LPM channel. I'm very specific about who I share it with, because I want to enjoy it too. I don't want my like enthusiasm, when I'm like so pumped about something, I don't want to like lose that feeling with somebody that's like, cool, like I don't really care, you know. Safe zone. Yeah, this is totally the safe zone. This is we had a morning show the other day, and one of the guys was talking about this. Raj was talking about something, and somebody was like, the rider was in there geeking out pretty hard. And Raj was like, oh, this is a safe place. Don't you worry. It was pretty funny. It was a good one. I didn't have a community I was collecting as a kid 25 years ago. It's cool to find this online community, and the guys seem very cool, and I'm enjoying the YouTube content. Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you tagging along and being a part of it. Like, this channel is really like, it's our channel. It's not my channel. It's like, it's our channel. This is a place for all of us to come and have fun, talk about this kind of stuff, and do things a little bit different. Like, you know, just trying to help. We're just trying to like give a place to share what you're doing, and to help you like curate your collections the way that you want them to be, and give you the little tricks. Like in the mornings, we're on the morning show, we're doing the ComC deal of the day, where we like bring up shit we see on ComC and kind of just share some like funny little tidbits about it, and little tricks that like, you know, help out some people. And if you get something out of it, I really hope that you guys are watching and subscribe for those notifications when the morning shows come out. They're fun. Beer, cards, and comrades. Love it. Honestly, that's like, those are the three right there. Jeremiah, you nailed it. That's pretty much how my evenings go when I'm collecting and hanging out with you guys. Such a great community. So glad I found you guys. You know what, Pull and Fire, Human Torch Collector, we are so glad that you found your people. And when you guys are here, man, this is it. Like, this is why I'm excited about all these cards dropping, is because we have more stuff to share with one another, more deep dives to go in. Like, Avengers is such a legacy that like when these cards come out, there are tons of you guys that are gonna be like, oh my god, this is from the X, Y, and Z. And like that commentary, oh man, it really makes it really, really cool. I went to the shop today, and I knew the owner liked Doctor Strange, so I opened all my spider packs with him and pulled him a cool Doctor Strange animation cell. He traded me a pack for it. That was cool. Man, this is a great point. So this right here, these are trading cards. You know, these are not any other kind of card. They're literally called trading cards, and trading them is one of the best ways to enjoy them. Anybody can buy cards, and buying cards is great. I buy a lot of cards. It's very hard for me to trade because I live in the North Pole, but trading cards, if you can just like do quick cheap shipping with friends to get what you want and they get what they want, it's a win-win. Like it's a total win-win, and that's what they were designed to do. That's how we interacted with them when we were kids. I think that they're trading cards kind of in like the Rittenhouse days when you would get a full set in a box and there's a sketch in every box. The trading element of it was really just for like a sketch or like an insert. And nowadays, like I did a ton of trades just for base. Like me and the Rider traded a lot of cards back and forth during Midnight Suns to complete those sets, and that's definitely the way to do it. Like Platinum is like a super tradable set. There's so many inserts that like there are people putting together, like let's say you're putting together a red rainbow of autos and like somebody else is putting together, you know, the blacks or something like that, right? And like it's just if you pull stuff and you're opening product, you can trade it up, get what you want. I'm all about the base. Man, I love base cards. I don't care what nobody says. I love putting binders together. Just, you know, having a binder and like base cards, like you're going to see it in this Avengers metal set. You're going to see this high and low series where you get to do this comparison. You like it's really actually super fun that it carries over like that, and they're keeping that tradition, because you get to look at your character in two different ways in those sets and see how they chose to represent them. You might get unlucky like I did, and like, man, an X-Men metal, the Sabretooth low series card is awful. Like it's terrible, and the high series one is amazing. So like at least you have two options. You can like pick one, right? Jeremiah, honestly, it's so great to see all the same folks in the multiple chats and getting to know them on Instagram as well. So many awesome people with so many wonderful stories to tell. Man, like it is cool seeing everybody jumping around in the chats. And Instagram, man, Instagram is so much fun. Seeing the reels and everybody's stories and getting to post things that happen kind of in real time. Yesterday, I did a live on my Instagram where I colored in a sketch that I did for a giveaway on the Spidey Hits channel. And I love the Spidey Hits channel. I really like Justin. I think Justin is a wonderful guy. And he sent me some sketch cards to draw on and send out. I'm going to grab a couple. I'm going to show you really quick here. I just, Mike Vines had a comment here. I want to thank you for starting Binder Night. It got me to dig out my old 90s binders. I forgot how much I had. It's my pleasure having the Binder Nights. I love having the Binder Nights. And it had to happen. We needed a streaming show where people could come on and show their collections. And just for the record, just because it's called Binder Nights, like I had Michael Salter on there and all of his cards are in slabs. Like, please don't feel like it's like if your cards aren't in a binder, you're not welcome on there. It's just a chance for you to show your collection. And I thought the Binder Nights was like a good name because that's where we started with our collections as kids. Like I think most people had them in a binder. I had a couple in a shoebox. But hey, Snicked, I appreciate that. That was a good Wolverine sketch. That was a fun one. And the winner of that one was really pleased when they saw the end result of it. I've got a stack of sketches here that I've got to color. I'm going to show you a couple. I'm going to give you one second. So I've got some sketches. I got a Juggernaut sketch here to color, and a couple other things that I'm going to be doing live. I'm going to probably be doing them on Instagram to kind of keep with it. I've got a Silver Surfer that I got to color, a Wolverine, and then I still have this Doom card I've done with Silver. I have to color it still. I've just been so busy. I haven't really had a chance to like sit down and get this one finished, but I'm going to do the background up cool. And I've got all my art supplies here in the hotel room. I kind of don't go anywhere without my art supplies. I get like anxiety if I don't have a serious number of pens around. That's kind of funny. The Doom is sick. Thank you, Jeremiah. I'm really, really into it. Hey, speaking of which, here's the Rider. What's up, the Rider? Thanks for jumping on. We're talking about the Avengers metal. Well, I just sidetracked us all talking about sketches and how I never pull them. So I have to draw my own because I don't ever have any. But we've been talking about the checklist for the Avengers metal, and I think a lot of us are super excited about this. And maybe not super excited, some of you guys, but like I'm excited about it. I was more pumped about like Platinum. Platinum was a really big set for the first time, and this is a set that's like Avengers metal is coming out. We've had a few metal sets, but they're really cool. They're like a bit more special this time too because the licensing is going to be changing, and you know there's going to be things are changing. Things are still really fun. There were some really cool questions that were coming up. Man, people are loving the Doom. Thank you so much, guys. I really love it. William, man, this our group of friends in the chats is super fun. There was some conversation going on recently about the state of the hobby, and somebody was asking like, oh, like how do you feel about the current state of collecting? And man, I think the current state of collecting is amazing. I think that there is more fun to be had like today, like right now in Marvel card collecting than there ever has been. I know in the past, like in the distant past, there's been some really private Marvel card collecting where things weren't shared so much. And I totally respect your privacy. I'm like, I totally get wanting to just have some privacy and you collect what you have and you enjoy your collection on your own. And at the same time, I like appreciate today where people are like out here in the open collecting together and sharing cards and trading with a broader community. And I'm really down with it. I think that like the cards that are coming out, there's so much to choose from that you get to be picky. It's like fun getting to be picky. Like when there's like 3 options, it's hard to be picky. When there's 300 options, it's way easier to be picky about what you put in your collection. So it's a great opportunity to do that. And you have better odds of getting exactly what you want. So I said, yeah, I saw the Ghost Riders in the set, so may pick up a couple singles, but I have so much Ghost Rider stuff and other things to grab. I was reading through the list. I didn't even notice if Ghost Riders, there's so many characters. It kind of escaped me, but that's cool that you got a Ghost Rider in there. The damn hotel people is making me paranoid. Jeremiah, you're in a safe place. We mentioned this before, but you are in a safe place. Just chill out, buddy. I spend so much time in they're just watching and waiting for him to go to sleep. Spoiler alert, guys, I don't sleep. And when I do sleep, I sleep suspended upside down from the ceiling. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm not a good sleeper. It's not an insomniac, but I don't know. My mind is always occupied with stuff. And late at night, I spend a lot of time drawing. You know, I do spend a lot of time drawing, not necessarily like card stuff, but I do a lot of fine art. I do a lot of sketching. I do a lot of painting. I do a lot of like oil painting, so that takes up a lot of my time. He ain't lying. Me and Jeremiah sometimes talk like super late at night, and it's like, why are you awake? And I appreciate you backing me up on that one, Jeremiah. I spend so much time in these hotels; it's just like routine. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Was the Avengers Metal Checklist. I got the link in the comments there. So if you want to get a copy of it and look over it yourself, it's in there. If you guys are liking all of the stuff that we're doing here, tell your friends. Please get your friends to subscribe to the channel. We're growing. We're having fun. We're on the Instagram. You know, we got all sorts of stuff going. And when this set releases, I'm going to have a case break for it. And I'm going to have some individual boxes that can be opened on the stream. And we're going to have a lot of fun. I feel like we're winding down in the Upper Deck era. That the Upper Deck era is starting to come to a close. And I think I'm going to try to enjoy I'm going to squeeze every last ounce of juice out of it that I can while the boxes are available. And I called a little while ago to find out if there's any platinum left. And my guy laughed. He's like, no, there's no more platinum left. You're lucky that's still on ePack. But yeah, so, you know, I'm going to enjoy this stuff while it's still readily available where I can still walk into stores and find it. And I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. I appreciate all you guys being here. And we only made it to page 36. Great. I ain't going through 112 pages in the checklist, man. I don't have the attention span for that shit. Like, that's why I dropped the link. Like, you guys can go search your character. Half of you guys are way more tech savvy than I am. Like, this is literally on an iPad coming to you from a hotel room right now. Like, this is not a sophisticated setup that I got going on right now. What if Upper Deck just started rumors saying they lost the license? Dude, this is so good. Could you imagine? Oh man, I actually never thought of that. That's hell funny, you snicked. I would be so pissed if that were the truth. Genius marketing scheme, man. Well, Snicked, are you working for Upper Deck? Are you dropping the secrets here, buddy? And in any event, guys, thanks a lot for joining. The checklist is there. Have tons of fun with it. I'm sure you're going to see a whole bunch more content about the set coming out. And I hope that you find something in there for you guys. And honestly, it's PMG season. So get your raincoat, get your umbrella. It's be raining PMGs out here, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, do your thing. What day is it? Enjoy your Tuesday night. And I love all you guys. Take care of yourselves. See you in the morning one of these days.